Well, hello and welcome to the Krina Aster Alchemy community. I am Krina Aster, your astrologer. I do Eastern astrology, both Chinese and Sidereal, also known as Vedic. So I wanted to talk to you about the month of August that began on August 7th from the Chinese metaphysical standpoint. We always have the new energies with the feng shui and astrology come in somewhere around like the 5th, 6th, 7th of the month. So for August, it was on the 7th. And we are now in the month of the monkey. And we're in the snake year. And this is a little bit of a tough aspect. This is a combination that is known as like ungrateful punishment. So definitely in a snake year during the month of the monkey is not necessarily the best energy for all of us collectively. If you also have a snake, monkey, or tiger in your chart, this could be a little bit more of a challenging month. So just, kind of try to plan accordingly to take extra good self-care, to lay low, to really use conscious communication, all these things that I'll keep sharing and talking about. But so the day of the month started on not only obviously it's a monkey month, but it was started on a monkey day, which again kind of also further increases this kind of penalty issue. And also it was a powerful day to also though remove obstacles and to solve problems, which the monkey is really good at doing. So monkeys are very inquisitive, very, they're really problem solvers. They're going to get to the task. They do like to be recognized. They are pretty innovative and clever, and they definitely do think about like what's in it for them. So if you have a monkey in your chart, this could resonate. But anyway, this is, some of the energies that we could be experiencing. So this month in general. And so it is, in this month, in this year of the snake, we are all growing. And this is about shedding the skin and about this growth. And, we are going to be circling back to things. You can again think of the Ouroboros, the snake that eats the tail, that symbology, and how there's kind of like this spiral, and I've been thinking about the spiral more lately and how, it can seem like you're going backwards when you are going up, for a minute, it can feel like a couple of steps back. So really watch your words, watch your mindset. It's really important for us to be really vigilant with being really powerful and intentional with like, okay, yeah, we could have a setback, but that doesn't mean that we're failing or that, we have to really be really scared and or overly concerned and start to go down that that trail of saying the things that are going to keep enforcing something negative. So let's see. So then what else do I want to say about this with the Chinese astrology? So today is August 13th as I am recording this, and I really wanted to come in here because the energies for today are really kind of extreme. We have what's called a penalty combination with it being a tiger day. So the tiger, monkey, and snake combination is this fire penalty. And this is a really tough combination. Again, it's related to this ungrateful punishment. We can really feel like other people are being attacking us, or, we could be frustrated about some kind of injustice. And so that could be really on our mind and heart. I know even earlier today, I started ruminating on something that was bothering me along those lines. So it just energetically is in the air, so to speak. So just again, it may not be the best day to act on things. Sometimes we maybe get a text or, somebody starts something and it's like, this isn't, the best time to respond. You have to, wait a day or wait some hours, take some breaths, like figure out like how how would I best respond, right? And we did just come out of Mercury retrograde, and we are definitely still in the shadow. I mean, so Mercury retrograde literally just ended 2 days ago. So that being said, it is still, in this very retrograde feel. I'm going to also show you the sidereal chart here in a moment to talk more about that, with the aspects. So wanted to start in with the Chinese astrology, and then I'll shift over. But yeah, so it's again could be a very challenging day, especially again if you have monkey, snake, or tiger in your chart. I've already been like talking to a few people that there was just some very chaotic energy already this morning, disruptive things happening in people's lives, very also difficult and emotional. And we did just come out of the Lionsgate portal. This, some people could say we're still in it. It was, on 8/8. I felt like it was very high vibe, but of course, everybody's been going through things lately. Again, we're in the year of the snake. It's just part of what we're doing this year is we are in a lot of growth. So, I just kind of know for myself and with most people, it's like, yeah, you're going to feel good for a month or a couple of weeks, and then, something else, could come up. So, I mean, that's just life, right? But also it's a little bit of a tougher year in general, but, we are really trying to heal and grow in letting go of old traumas and letting go of old patterns and things that are not serving us so that we can actually get to that place where we really want to be. And, don't forget to pray and ask for the things that you want. Sometimes I need reminded of that. So it's kind of funny how, we can forget, or that, something comes in and it was just like over the weekend being like, wow, or right after the weekend, like, wow, thank you for listening to my prayers. Like I'd forgotten I'd prayed for that, So yeah, so I know that we will be heard, and that sometimes, these things can take time, and, it doesn't always obviously come right away, but yeah, so yeah, definitely just, again, all the self-care things, but I recommend essential oils. I recommend doing, a daily practice with, creating your protection grid. I have a free video on that I will post below in the near future. I also, I always talk about grounding, earthing. We can all get out and put our hand on a tree, get our feet in the grass or on the dirt, whatever. But that will really help you to feel better, especially if you can do that for at least 5 minutes. I would get out a couple of times today. If you see this today, we will also be having this fire penalty later in the month on another day on the 25th. So that will be also a challenging day. Today is also a month breaker day, and so is the 25th, which will be a Monday. So these days we really just have to again kind of lay low, just keep doing you as simply as you can. If you're already in some turmoil with a person, I would not have any interaction with them. You can even just respectfully say like, hey, I need to get back to you tomorrow. And yeah, just leave it at that. So anyway, let's move over to the sidereal chart, and I am going to now share my screen so you can see that. So here we go. And remember, I do sidereal. This is not Western astrology. The placements will be different. However, you should still know that, just because the things are in different signs, it is often similar in Western. So first and foremost, I like to start with the moon. The moon is in Pisces, and so we have been feeling emotional. There's also, this month is in the nakshatra of Ardra, which is a sign of a teardrop. So there is definitely some sadness and grief on everybody's hearts and minds. So if you are feeling more emotional with the sun being in Cancer, the moon being in Pisces, it's an emotional time. So, just again, tend to your emotions, write in your journal, let the tears flow, get extra self-care, get body work, get, whatever feels good for you. Go to the salt room, acupuncture, just really tending to your heart and nurturing yourself with friendship, with touch, with healing teas, elixirs, holding on to grounding rocks, all these different things, because we're in it. And we have sorry about that. I've got a little thing that's coming up here. Okay. We have a lot of tricky formations. So we have this grand kite formation today, and the kite is pointing its way towards something to do with Neptune and Saturn. They are still conjunct. They have been for a while. They will continue to be for a long time. This is a very long conjunction. And I did want to remind us that, Uranus and Saturn are both retrograde as well. And they're in the sign of Pisces. And Pisces, again, emotional, but also this pointing the way towards this, with Mars being the one that's kind of the opposition of axis. So we are going to have possibly some kind of turmoil. Something could be starting in the world that could have to do with waters, with flooding, with illness, with immigrants. So, these are some different things that we may see and feel collectively. This is something that, because again, Neptune and Saturn, it may be kind of hidden from us because they are so close with that that deception energy of Neptune could be hiding something from us. Saturn is, though, a karmic thing. It is something that is supposed to happen. So, let's kind of not fear it because we signed up for this. Although, again, with this opposition with Mars, could be a very tough thing. And then also, we've got these, so we've got the trines here with, we've got the grand trine of Mars, Uranus, and Pluto. And so this grand trine is also very powerful, very, the really nice thing about it is it's all in earth signs. And, Uranus is a disruptor. Pluto is about transformation. Mars is, this action or aggression. I mean, something is about to happen or will happen today that is going to be a big shakeup. And, it may have to do more with resources. It could have to do with money because Uranus is in Taurus. There's more likelihood of that. So let's see. We also have this opposition of Mercury with Pluto. And so with that means that there could be a transformation happening about what we are seeing and hearing in the media. I don't know that it will be totally forthcoming. I mean, Mercury, again, just coming out of shadow, and then Mercury being in Cancer, it's not a good sign for it. It is, weak in Cancer and has trouble communicating. So this is going to be some tricky energy. There will be transformation around our speech and our thinking today, though, if we allow it, so thinking of like a situation that I even witnessed this morning was, somebody like feeling like they weren't being heard and that they were being like a bother or trouble to like others, when it was like they had a need that really validly needed met, and it was like kind of hard for them to speak up and be like, I really need some help, and then it was like, yeah, no, we've got you. And so there was that transformation of like, oh, I can speak up and say I need help and I'm going to be heard. And maybe that pattern, is broken. So transformation with Pluto can be really positive. Collectively, I think there will be something in the media that will come out that will be very transforming. So we will see what happens with that. Also, what else did I want to share? Yeah, those are some of the bigger aspects. Oh, and again, we still have this, I talked about this last time, we still have this square from Chiron to Pluto. So again, we are still dealing with these old woundings, and it's, these woundings around being independent. We're learning to be less overly independent, hopefully, but and, to pioneer and break out into something new. So yeah, there's definitely, again, like I had mentioned earlier, a lot of trauma that is being collectively brought up for all of us. But, again, that higher octave is for us to learn from it and to grow and heal and become the best versions of ourselves that we would wish to be. And then we have this square with the sun and Black Moon Lilith. And I think this will be interesting to see how there will be maybe some truth coming out about leaders and, like our wild, authentic self. Like, yeah, there's going to be something to do with that and leadership around the world. So yeah, anyway, that it could be, yeah, that they're, still trying to suppress the wild feminine energy, and that is, I think, part of the aspect that, the dark is still trying to do. I also want to talk about, we have this conjunction of Venus and Jupiter, the two benefics here in Gemini. And so really beautiful energy to increase love, especially in friendships, and also just, with like love of people of other diversities, of other nationalities, loving, all the immigrants that are coming in and or that are here. And there can be an expansion of our curiosity, our love of beauty, and, just, yeah. So there is some really good energy in that aspect. There's always so many good energies that we can look at. So it's not to fear, but it is just, some tough energies to be aware of and for us to pray about. So let me stop sharing that. And then I just want to close with saying that I also do Chinese medicine locally. If you are in need of body work, I do provide that, because with these tough energies and us also being in the late summer season, we're moving in towards autumn. This is a great time to really focus on preventative care. And so again, I've talked about all the other things that you can do on your own, but, really eating with the season and getting in and seeing your healthcare provider, whoever that may be. I can help push sickness out of people, but also, again, it's very preventative medicine. And yeah, so I will have more videos here in the near future. Please comment, please like this video. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for sharing this with somebody else, because if somebody else is having a tough time, then they need to know why. And then also, if you want to know what your animals are in your chart, I do not have a link on my website for that, but I can link you to some mentors' websites, and or I can look that up for you and tell you what your astrology, is. And then I do Chinese astrology readings. So I would love to share with you about your animals, your elements, the year of our birth. That is a strong animal in our chart. However, it's not our main animal. Our main animal is our day master. You have to look that up to know which one that is. Sometimes, obviously, we can have 2 or 3 of the same, or even 4 of the same animal in our chart. So that does happen very rarely, but I've seen it. So yeah, I'd love to share with you more on the Chinese astrology, the Chinese medicine, the holistic nutrition. So I am here to serve you. And again, thank you, and have a beautiful day, and take good care, and hope you're feeling really high vibe. And if you're not, just tending to your heart and knowing that you're not alone in this year of the snake, and take good care of you, and sending prayers and love to you all. And we'll talk real soon. Thank you so much.